All right, so we know how to keep ourselves in proper alignment now from side control. Now we're going to start looking at the steps that we can take to compromise our opponent's alignment to create vulnerability so that we can advance through positions or submit them. The first thing that we're always going to be dealing with when looking to get into dominant side control will just be passing the guard, and we've gotten past the opponent's legs that they use as frames, but we now have to deal with the arms. So we're going to be looking at this from the furthest range first, where our opponent's arms are fully locked out. So depending on the kind of pass that I was creating, something like a Toriando, Kevin is blocking the leading edge, which is the first part of my body that's coming around his hips. He's blocking at the bicep, accessing this arm as a lever to defend the crossface, and he's blocking at the shoulder. He is using frames to support. When we're dealing with frames, we either want to redirect them, accessing them as a lever, or if we're unable to even do that, then we want to first detach the weight from it so that it's no longer load bearing, and then we're going to be able to redirect. If Kevin just puts both his hands here on my shoulders and I sit on him, trying to push his arm away from here is going to be extremely difficult. But if I detach, now this arm becomes very easy to manipulate as a lever. So from here, as he's blocking me, what I'm going to look to do, blocking still down at his hips, I'm going to disengage slightly, and I'm going to circle my head in. Right now he's blocking me here, and I don't have any way of meaningfully redirecting his arm to a lever. I'm going to pull back to take some of the regulated tension away from his arm. I'm going to circle my head in, and then I'm going to use my head as a frame to redirect his arm. If I don't move my hips, then I'm going to have to bend my neck significantly, and I'm breaking my own alignment, and from here he drops his forearm into the back of my neck and frames me out, and he's going to be able to create a dominant angle, probably escape, or possibly even threaten with a submission. We do not ever break our own alignment. We were just going over that in the last video. So from here, I back up to take the tension away from his arm, and I lower my hips, and I can bend my spine a bit, but I'm trying to keep my neck really straight to circle in. I don't even have to necessarily, depending on the space, I might be able to just move in from here now, straight into an underhook. Depending on how strong he is, and exactly where his arm ends up being positioned in my body, I might have to use my head now to redirect his arm as a lever to move into the underhook. One other thing that we can do is we can disengage completely. So understanding the range of which that frame is being effective, and if we have space to be able to move onto the hips. The only reason why this is working right now is because I'm trying to drop my lower body onto him to finish this pass. If there is space between his elbow and his knee, I'm going to be able to go to a direct line to the hips. So as I'm here, I'm trying to drop. I can't, maybe he's just so strong I can't even deal with this. I'm going to just move around to knee on belly. Look at now. Now his frames can no longer effectively push into me. So it's a range battle of understanding I can't just drive straight into this. This is not how we ever deal with frames. That's what it's meant to support. I can't just create that opposing force vector. We turn. So as I'm in this position, as I'm just passing as a guard, there's a space here. I can't collapse the arms. I'm just going to move to knee on belly and then retract my upper body away, taking away the effectiveness of the frames.